there guys, and welcome back to another Monster Super League video. Today we're gonna go ahead and look over Lucy. Lucy was the map 4 rebirth for the festival, and I haven't done a review on her yet. And I have her as a light version and a dark version now. I also have her water version and her fire version, so I thought, well, might as well make a review on her. Don't actually build her fire version, unless you want to. Let's go ahead and go into the Astro Guide and show you what the Lucys can do. They're pretty good for, well, the light and dark are really good. One's really good for, actually both are really good for PvP. And let's see if I can find Lucy. Where is Lucy? Here she is. Alright, so we have Lucy, Lucia, and then Snow White. So it's Snow White. The fire one is an attacker with 23k HP, 3.3k attack, 2.3k defense, 1.9k recovery. Let's check out the variant. Very looking pretty nice. I like the variant. And let's see what the abilities are for the fire one. HP Siphon, attack restores own HP in proportion to the amount of damage dealt, and 80% chance to seal. So it might not be bad for early on PvP, like super early PvP, maybe like between like platinum and diamond PvP. I think that would be probably really fine with HP Siphon and seal. And then I think Lucy wouldn't also be a bad choice for B9 golems if you guys are struggling with B9 golems. So if you guys don't have any like real fire units like Wild Fang, I would say get a Wild Fang instead, because Wild Fang has double HP Siphon, so you could actually survive B9 golems a lot easier with the Wild Fang. Plus we're going to be getting a super evolution for Wild Fang soon, and you can start working towards your super evolution. It's a really good, I think it's a good investment for Wild Fang. But if you don't have that and you did get a Lucy and you wanted to build one of the fire, water, wood, you could build this one for B9 golems, or you could use it for early PvP. The leader skill is Crisis Aversion, decreases enemies' critical hit rate by 15 to 20% in the Astromon League. Now this is actually really important. This is actually a really good skill, because that means all the dark units, if they have less of a chance of critting, with trinkets on, you can basically boost this. If you had a level 6 with max trinkets on, you can get anywhere between, I think, like 38 to 42% like crit rate reduction, and it's just really strong. I'm not sure if it's 40, it can go up to 42. I think it's up to 40% for sure though. But yeah, you could basically make dark units useless against you with that. It's a really good variant skill. The way I would build the fire one is I would probably build it attack HP, or no, actually attack defense, so it can recover its HP a lot better, so it can have some damage as well. You might as well make use of that high attack stat. So build it like that, put it on a Valor set, a protection set, or a life set. If you wanted to have a little bit more crit, you could put it on an intuition set. And I really wouldn't make the fire one variant if you got multiple of them. So let's check out the other ones. Remember to put trinkets on your units as well. Even just like 4-star trinkets are good. Well, if they're rares. And 6-star trinkets if they're normals. So let's go see the water one. The water one I've actually been using for a very long time, ever since the first Lucy event. So the water one is an attacker with 28k HP, 3,200 attack, 2,000 defense, 2,000 recovery. The variant looks really nice, but again, I wouldn't put the variant on her. The really good thing about this unit, it has double attack down, so it has 70% chance to land an attack down with the first skill, and a 60% chance to land the attack down with the second skill. And if we go ahead and check my units, so let's go ahead and check for my own Lucy so we can make a little bit of a comparison. So my own Lucy, if you go to the skills, you can actually check that this goes up to 80% and 80%. So if you want a double attack down, it's actually really good. And this is the way I have my Lucy build. So the way you can build your Lucy is, if you want your Lucy to be really tanky and just be there for pure debuffs, you can build your Lucy as HP defense or HP defense. It'll be purely tanky, purely there solely for just landing the attack down. But if you wanted to do some damage, it is an attacker after all. You can also build it attack HP, attack defense. Personally, I think building it as a debuffer is fine. I personally build it HP attack defense, having one of each. If you put trinkets on her, it'll help her with the defense HP as well. So if you want to go a little bit more attack with that, that's fine too. She's a great debuffer if you don't have like water Indras or like water ribs all over the place. So if you want to build a water Lucy, I think she's a good choice to build if you didn't get a light or dark Lucy. Let's go to the sets. You would put her on a life, protection. This is the fire titan we're talking about, so you don't really need resist, so maybe an intuition set. Yep. HP protection or intuition set for some more crit damage or crits. If you really want, you don't really have to put crits on her. Again, she's just a debuffer. Protection and life should be good enough. Let's go ahead and look for the wood one. I actually haven't built the wood one just yet. So let's go ahead and see. She is a balance mod with 30k HP, 2300 attack, 2400 defense, 2300 recovery. Really high recovery. Don't like the recovery. Recovery is really high. She has 90% sap on the first turn, and then for 2 turns, and then she has Petrify. She could be used as a PvP. Her stats are really kind of low though. Other than her HP, her stats are kind of low. You could use her for a PvP unit. You could use her as a sapper for Golems B10. Like, I don't think she should be a bad PvP unit. You can build her HP attack defense, and you can slowly weather the opponent down, especially with all the water pierces and defense. It wouldn't be a bad choice. If you have her variant, it would also help you with the critical rate. I guess she would be the third choice if you were going to go for a variant. Again, I really wouldn't put her on a variant, but if she would be probably your third choice if you were going to pick one. HP attack defense, since she's a balance unit, I would put her on a Valor Conviction. If you're going to bring her to PvP, Conviction set for more resist. She's already a wood unit, so she already has 20% base resist. Trinkets, obviously. I guess if you put trinkets on her with HP attack defense, she would actually do some damage and be kind of tanky too. You can put her on like a balanced like Mon's team. She probably wouldn't bring you too high up though, maybe up to like challengers, possibly. Yeah, possibly challengers. I don't think even I think you could survive in masters with her. It's possible though. The sap and Petrify, sap is really nice. Sap is really nice ever since they buffed sap. Let's go ahead and check out the light one now. Now the light one is my personal favorite, and I'm currently working on booking my light one ever since they released the fusion for books. So let's go ahead and see if I can. I think I'll skip her. Going back up. There she is. So Lucy, the light one, she is Snow White. So a tank with 38k HP, 2k attack, 2.4k defense, 1.8k recovery. Her skills are air double shock. Now, if you fully book her, she has, I believe, first turn 70%, 2-turn shock. So she's basically a light Thor. But she's a light Thor with an AoE shock, so it's an even better Thor. She's an even better Thor. And she also has Crisis Aversion. So I would highly recommend if you're gonna. She's really good even at the highest tier of PvP as a defense mod. She's a good lead if you have her on your team. If you have max trinkets on your team with that critical rate down, and then you have Crisis Aversion, if she's like anywhere between, I guess, 16 to 20%, or actually just anything, 15 to 20%, put her as your lead. She will make the enemy's life a living hell. 70% 2-turn shock, the AoE shock, then they can't ever crit, so if they're bringing dark units, it's gonna suck. If they have ruin set Drakas, it's gonna suck. She's gonna make your enemy hate you. I would build her HP defense or HP defense. Put her on a life protection or conviction set. If you want to make it really annoying, put her on a gem of healer set. If you want to be extra annoying, put her on a pugilist. I don't think she needs a pugilist set because she has shock. You could probably put her on a gem of healer set, and it would really hurt a lot more. You could put her on a life or protection set, conviction set. Give her as much resist as possible. You want her to be landing those shocks, and you want her as your lead. She's got to be really tanky. Make sure to put max trinkets on her if you can. Again, when I say max trinkets, 4-star rares or 6-star normals. If you have 5-star rares, better. 6-star rares, perfect. She is an amazing PvP mod, and I really wish I could finish mine. I'm still working on mine right now. I'm not gonna start using mine until I finish booking her, if I can actually find her. Where is she? Yeah, she's right here. So I actually got her, I got really lucky and I got her variant 4, and I'm currently working on the books for her. Right now I need 2 more books for the first skill, and then she gets an 80% boost. Okay, so it's an 80% shock, so it's even a higher shock rate, and I'm currently working on her trinkets. Right now I only have her on I don't even have her on a set right now. I used to have her on a protection set. I might throw that protection set back on because I think it had like 80% resist, and then she'll be even more tanky. I think I have her HP defense. Yeah, I think I have her HP defense. I still gotta fix those trinkets though. Once I get her, she's gonna be quite a good option for PvP defense until I get Dark Merlin variant. So let's go back to the asteroid and let's talk about the last Lucy Snow White, and maybe possibly one of the best Lucys out there for just like farming and dragons and a lot of things actually. Let's talk about it. Tainted Snow White, 27k HP, 3.4k attack, 2200 defense, and 2k recovery. Her variant I like her variant actually. I actually made my variant because I like her variant. Her skills: first skill, 50% Hunter, and her active 80% weakness on all of the enemies. Increases the damage taken for the next turn, so it's really good if you have like AoE hits. You can expose weakness land, and it's really good, really strong. Crisis Aversion. If you want to bring a Crisis Aversion Tainted Dark Snow White into your offense team, it's probably fine. I really wouldn't put her on the Crisis Aversion. She's probably fine just being normal, but for sure, Dark Snow White, she's really good for PvP attack. Because of trinkets, it made her a little bit harder to use, but she's still really good, even with that 20% less crit rate. She still has that Hunter, so if you put her on a Ruin set, she'll do a lot of damage. If you put her on a Valor set, she'll still do a lot of damage. I would put her on a Ruin set, just because a Ruin set would really help her out and really do more damage. If you do land that critical, she'll basically she'll two-shot any unit you want on the enemy team. She's really good for PvP. She's really good for dragons. Dragons B10. The dragon is light, so her as a hunter on a Ruin set, if you have like 2 of her, if you can have something like a Dark Bowbee land exposed weakness and then hit the dragon with that, or she even has exposed weakness herself, so if she just gets an active, lands exposed weakness, and another one just hits it with Hunter, that's a lot of damage. Or if you have like a Dark Gatito, because we just had the Gatito event, then you can have her, 2 of her, Dark Gatito, and I guess if you have something in the front, bring, I guess a Dark Mona if you have for more attack, or just something, Dark Tina, I don't know, for a little bit more defense so you don't die throughout the fights. She's really good for taking down the Light Persephone at the beginning as well for Dragons B10. I don't know, I've seen a lot of people use Dark Snow White for Dragons B10. It's really good, really strong. You want to build her attack crit rate. You want to use her attack as much as possible. You want to put her max trinkets, obviously. And like I said, Ruin said, Valor said, if you can't maximize her crit rate, go Intuition said, try to get her crit rate up at the very least. She's still a really good unit as long as she crits. So she's really good. She's also really nice for farming if you don't really have any farming units, because she still does a lot of damage to something. She'll like one-shot most of any units you have trouble against. So really nice unit. I wish I could get a second one. I hope I get a second one in the next Clan Festival. And I hope you guys all enjoy. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Until next time, peace.